Tell me your name.
Janet Collins.
And you're?
Ashley Collins.
Ashley Collins. And you're?
Hunter.
Good. Hunter, good. Now, you folks, I gather, have been to Dollywood before, since you have seen past cases.
Yes.
Long time?
Oh, years. We love it. We love Dollywood.
Now, did you tell me earlier that you've been here since '84?
I think it's been 84. It's been a long time, whenever they first opened.
Yeah. Has it changed much?
Yeah. It's getting better.
Yeah. It is getting better, isn't it?
Yes.
Do you ever eat here at Dollywood?
Yes, we do.
What's your favorite place to eat at Dollywood?
We like the Hickory House Barbecue. I think it's one of the best ones.
It is one of the best ones. But you know, one thing I have not found at Dollywood, a bad place to eat.
Oh, that's right.
The food service people here are awesome, and we love to come up and visit with them. The food operation here at Dollywood is an enormous venture.
It is, Chef Walter. We are very proud of what we do, but it is a huge operation.
Well, you know what I like about it is despite its enormous scale, it doesn't have that feel to it. It feels down home.
It does, and it takes a lot to work at that experience, but we're really proud of what we're able to do. And everything from our big skillets that we do that's not something you see at every theme park you go to.
I've seen them all together at one. This one.
This one.
And they're absolutely wonderful. But it's not just that. There's the nice sit-down restaurants.
Absolutely.
Now, which is the oldest of the park?
Aunt Granny's has actually been here since we opened the park in 1986. It was our first restaurant. We still have it today. It's a buffet restaurant. We're open for breakfast and for lunch, and it's one of our guest favorites.
And a completely different feel if you move to backstage.
It is. That's more of our full-service restaurant where they're able to order menu items like you would see at different restaurants, and then some of our southern favorites that we love here.
And there are a couple of things here at the Sweet Shop that are not all that bad.
That's right. You've tested several of those.
I've tested several of them. And of course, a visit here, to be absolutely complete, you got to go by the chicken house and see Miss Lillian.
You absolutely do, and our guests love Miss Lillian's, and would you believe that we do 500,000 pounds of chicken in this park in a year?
You know, I ought to go, but the fact is, if you watched food service here a little, you're not surprised by that, because you know it's operating at that enormous scale, and yet you do buttermilk fried chicken that's as good as my mama did, and she was a great chicken fryer. It wouldn't be right to come here and talk about food service and not mention the bakery.
The bakery. That is first thing you see as you come in the park, and one of the last things you see as you leave, and you got to pick up a good treat. And I know you have a favorite there.
Well,
as your wife does.
I don't, but my wife does. But everything in there is good. Through the years, we've been there to try any number of things, and the sandwiches are good, for goodness sake.
Salads, fruit bowls, and then all your sweet treats as
All
well.
the sweet treats are great. You know, they once let me bake a cake in their oven. Now that's how accommodating they are. Great big fruit cake. And I carried it from there back over to where we were filming a Christmas special over there, and almost got waylaid by some people. Because, where did you get that? So I just lied to people and said in the bakery, which was true, kinda. Oh, it's a great place. My experiences, I've told you many times, with food here through the years, and that goes back to the beginning of this, is Dollywood, have been so uniformly favorable, and it's a real compliment to the people who have done food service here for so long, that you have that much pride in it, that much caring for the guests who come, that you want that to be a part of their visit.
Well, thank you. We have a team of almost 800 people every day to make it possible, and they just do a fabulous job, both here at Dollywood and at Splash Country.
All right, great place. I appreciate you letting us come visit.
Thank you. Glad you're here. Thanks for visiting with us.
25 years not nearly long enough. We need to keep going.
We will.
Thank you.
Amazing. Makes me want to go to Dollywood right now for lunch. Hi, everyone. I'm Allison Croft. Walter will be back in just a couple of minutes. Now, you know, since Dollywood opened in 1986, the park has gone through more than $117 million in expansions and additions. And as we'll see in this piece that originally aired in the spring of 1987, expansion has always been a part of Dolly's plan.
My wig hung in this. When Dolly Parton opened her multi-million-dollar theme park last year, she had expectations of thousands of tourists visiting her Dollywood and the Smoky Mountains. Much to everyone's surprise, the thousands became millions, and the area had its best tourist season ever. Now the staff at Dollywood is trying to top it, with this year's big selling point being a park expansion that cost more than $6 million. The biggest new ride is the Slide Winder, a modern-day log flume that promises a good soaking at the end. And the kids should have a great time bouncing around in the play pits. The playground covers a large area. The sales staff expects everything combined will make a better Dollywood.
So basically some of the old stuff is just good enough that you can hang it?
Good enough to come back for just the old stuff.
Well, we're hoping to get back what we had last year. One year doesn't make a trend, and we feel like we're going to have another good year by the trend that's, it's being set by the area already. But things are looking good.
The final bits of construction will be finished by tomorrow as Dolly tours the park. The gates to Dollywood reopen Saturday morning.
Something else that used to expand whenever I went to Dollywood was my waistline. From all that great food we cook. We've got more great stuff coming your way. Don't you go anywhere.